Hi guys, this is Lady Hypnotic at Sixth Sense Tarot. Okay, topic of the day. I basically wanted to speak to you about problematic children, children with disabilities and children that's having issues in school, which brings about exclusions and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to talk about problematic children. We don't know, the teachers don't know of the child's background. They don't know what goes on at home. They don't know what resources they have. They don't know what's going on. So obviously for every action is a reaction. So children go into school with a reaction, because that's their only way of releasing. Parents, get with it. Get with it. Yeah, you're to blame as well, because you know what? We don't spend enough time with our children. Well, I do, because that's what I do as work. I'm a carer, so I'm bound to my children. Okay, so I'm feeling like, at the end of the day, we have our kids, and our children is our legacy at the end of the day. When we're dead and gone, they're the one that's carrying on our good name. Okay, so when you don't put time and effort into your children, then what do you get? What, you're going to leave them up to the government? No, you have to fight for your kids, fight for your children. They ain't got nobody else but you. Some parents are out there and it's about work, making the money. We have to work, we have to find money to put on the table, but at the same time, it can't bring back a life when it's gone. So the children are going to school, they're being excluded and all these things. Now, sometimes it's unfair dismissal. I've been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. Unfair dismissal. They don't give two monkeys, these schools. And especially if the child has a disability, I'm talking secondary schools mainly. If the child has a disability, it's not being picked up. And even though a parent may suggest it, nothing gets done. But parents out there, let me tell you something. You can do referrals by yourself. You don't really need the school to do these referrals. Look it up online. Go on Google. There's a lot of resources out there where you can find ways and means of doing self-referrals. Okay, that's referring your child if you feel that they have a special need or they have a issue somewhere along the line. They need to be assessed. Okay, analyze your children. Listen to your children. If you don't listen to them, then we're living in a world where, yes, children are heard. It's not back in my day where children are seen but not heard. No. Yeah, things and times have changed. So, until we have to act on this, and we have to act on it now, because out there the government is holding back all the funding for helping parents with children with issues in school and and so forth. Now, I work with my children and they have disabilities. I have 3 and a 4th one coming along waiting to be assessed. Okay, it's a family hereditary thing. Okay, and all the resources I have, they're all gone. An organisation that helps me out, it's closing down. You know what I mean? Parents don't know where to go to get help out there. And I'm talking about UK. I'm not talking about any other country because I don't know of the system. I can only talk of my own. So I'm so very sorry. No disrespect to any other country. But this is what's going on in the UK. All the resources have been held back for people with disabilities. Okay? Even when they move on to college and so forth. It's an issue. It's a big issue because no one cares. The government funds that, especially if your child has an EHCP, the government's funding them. But at the same time, where's that funding going? Because your child's needs have not been met. Yeah, they write down on a piece of paper, this has been done, that's been done, nothing's been done. And if you're not on their case 24/7, 365, if you're not on their case, constantly chasing them, then nothing gets done. You're oblivious. You need to wake up. You know what I mean? We need to do the best for our children. Okay? And these are problematic children. They're going through shit. Excuse my language, but at the end of the day, things are going down. They're not feeling right. You know what I mean? They have a mental issue. The teachers put it down to behaviour. No, people don't wake up in the morning and decide to be mad today. No, it don't work like that. And say with children, it doesn't matter, babies, they don't wake up with that intention. It's not premeditated. You understand? If you have a mental issue, it's there. You understand me? There's signs, there's flags, but it's not detected, because as far as they're concerned, they've got their credential. They're teaching these kids, and as far as they're concerned, they're unruly. Children are only unruly for a reason. And just remember, what you put out is what you get back. So if you don't take time to look after your kid's going to go out there and do X, Y, Z. You understand? There isn't enough resources out there as it is, and you've got to fight for your children. You understand? Problematic children. Spend the time to sit with your kid and ask them what is going on. Some children don't even talk, because what's the point? That's their attitude. So what happens? They go out there, more crime, more killing, stabbing, what have you. Because you haven't taken the time out to make sure that your child, you understand, or children, you understand, is where they're supposed to be at this, at their present moment in life, when it comes to education, making sure that they're stimulated mentally. It's not all about, I see families now, they're sitting down on tablets, phone and what have you. There's no communication, none. You all live in the same house and you're all in different rooms and what have you. It's crazy. There's no communication at all. And without communication, there's nothing. So what we're going to do, make technology take over the whole world, take over us as human beings. Just remember, these are robotic stuff. Without a human being putting the input in there, there's no information coming out of it. Once it's locked off or shut down, that's it, it's gone. The motherboard's fucked, that's it, it's gone. You understand? You lot need to wake up and, moving on to children with special needs as well. It is hard. It's rough. You know what I mean? I deal with it on a daily. You understand? So these children, once they're going through what they're going through in school, the needs are not being met. It's for you to push them to make sure these needs are met. Make sure at least within 3 months, give them time. Yeah? 3 to 6 months, you have a meeting. Yeah? Every 3 or 6 months. Don't leave it to fester. You understand? Because you know what? The only time they contact you is when things are really rough. And they can't take it no more. You understand? And these are professionals as well. I've been through it. You know what I mean? I've been through it. This is why I'm here talking to you all today, because you need to do something, or else that's our children down the wayside. I'm sure I didn't carry my children for 9 months or less or more, just to leave them to go by the wayside. I struggle, I wash, I cook, I clean, I make sure they go to school, I make sure they have everything that they need, not want, need. You understand? Want is materialistic. Okay? So I've done all of that for what? For nothing. For nothing. Come on, parents, man. You all got to wake up, man, and smell the coffee. You understand? You've got to fight for your kids. Don't just take what someone tells you. Remember, they ain't living it. Yeah? They're going by textbook on what they're educated for. You understand me? They haven't had the experience. They're not living it. They're not in it. They haven't, you know what I mean? They don't know nothing apart from textbook. And the law says we can do this. And the law says, sod the fucking law. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? We are human beings. We wasn't born with manuals. You understand? There's ways and means of dealing with people, but at the same time, there's ways and means of dealing with each individual, because we're all different. We're all different. Me and you can have the same diagnostic, but different symptoms. Everybody's different. Another thing that I said in a video, a previous video, is that when they look at your child and it's like, oh, they're all right. So what does autistic look like? What does ADHD look like? Unless you're physically disabled, what's mental disorder supposed to look like? That's what I want to know. I'm confused. It's all about stereotyping, divide and rule. You understand? They like to tell you can't do this and you can't do that. There's no such word as you can't. You can. Fight for your kids. Another thing as well, when your children, you know, they have a disability and are moving on into college, make sure that their needs are met. They've been funded. They get an EHCP. They're funded right up until they're 25. Make sure you follow up on what's going on. Even though they're in college, even though they're past 15, 16, 17, you still need to keep on. Don't give up. Don't just think, oh, well, what will be, will be. No, you don't give up on your kids, because at the end of the day, when you get old, who's taking care of your ass? You understand? As I said, what you put in is what you get back. You fight for your children, you know? This is a recent scenario that I'm going through myself, okay? They like to push your children into doing apprenticeship. Don't you know when they do apprenticeship, it's classed as work? Hello? For a person that has a mental disorder, and then having to pay bills that they don't even know what a bill is. They don't know what it is to vote. You understand me? All these things. Like, you know, there's no life skills there. You understand? So you're pushing them into doing apprenticeship. They still have to pay rent. They still have to pay council tax. They have to pay all these damn bills that they don't even they can't even comprehend. Have you all thought about that? No. You know? You need to be there for your kids. I mean, yes, we do. We're dying for them to grow up and, you know, leave the nest at some point. But when you have a child with a special need, you know, it doesn't matter how old it is. It could be all 20, still a child, still your child, you know. Still work at it. Don't give up. God didn't bless us with these children just to give up. No, you don't give up. You keep on. You know, you've got your youths them out there, they're doing wrong out of road. Keep tabs on them. Get computer literate. You understand me? Or phone literate, should I say. Yeah? Technology. Make sure you're on Snap. Make sure you're on Instagram. Make sure you're following and seeing what I want. There's ways and means of doing that. You understand? Steer them on the right path. I'm sick and tired of seeing our kids killing each other for foolishness. If we have a dispute, back in the day, it's fist on fist. It ain't no flipping knife and gun and what have you. I'm tired. Did you have your kids to bury them before you dead? Is that what it is? That's crazy. Then what's the point in having them? Come on, parents, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. And don't give up on your children. Yeah? If they have a disability, no matter what it is, make sure you detect, you know, read between the lines. You understand? Yeah? Go online and do your researches. If you find that your child has a certain, does things a certain way, or the kind of mindset, watch them, analyse them, Google it, see what the hell it is. Do a self-referral, get these children referred and see what's going on. Half of the time it's what goes on at home. The parent ain't there when they come home from school. They have to fend for themselves. Or the parent's sick at home. They have to come from school to come home and able to take care of the parent. You understand? There's a lot going on. Those are just a couple of just, you know, examples. Some of the parents out there on drugs doing all kind of shit. You understand? So you don't know what background each child is coming from. Nobody knows. But yet still, the system is there supposed to be there to help and support. And there is none. There is none. If you find that you're fighting to get help, then you know what? Go online and find an educational attorney. Put it to them. Get the advice that you need. At least it's coming from the law itself. Not the school teacher that's trying to fob you off because they can't be asked to do their job. You know? We have problematic kids, yes, why? Because of the system, how they want it, divide and rule. You understand? These are the lower class, so we don't care about them. Let's cut their funding and what have you. Don't you know most of these artists and what have you, singers and actors and what, they're coming from the lower class. Because they've been there, done it, worn the t-shirt, they know how to act it out because they've felt it, they've been there. It's all about with, you know, what you've experienced. What happened to equal opportunities? There ain't fucking none. There ain't none. Data Protection Act, there ain't such thing. They did make you believe, they brainwash you to make you feel that there is a data. There isn't one. Come on, you all need to get up and stand up and be counted. You understand? They only want your vote to make sure that they've got money going in their pocket. When you're voting and you're, you know what I mean, 10 Downing Street, your blood clot, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, where the struggle is real, they ain't helping us. They're helping themselves. Can you imagine? If everyone in the whole of England said, right, I'm not working. And they don't work, no shop is opening, nothing's running, no bus, no tube, no overhead train, nothing's running. If everybody put a standstill and say, you know what, we ain't working, what taxes are they getting from that? You haven't worked, so they can't take no tax. They need them fucking taxes and able to pay them, you understand me, to rule us and make our lives hell. They don't know what it is. So it's all right for them because they can stop the funding here. They can stop, you understand, because they don't want to help. They already got money in their pocket. You know, they don't need to find out where the next food is coming from. You understand? They ain't disabled. They ain't dealing with disabled. And if they are, they've got money to support it. You understand me? So don't give a shit about you. Don't give a shit what you can contribute to their fucking country. We're born here. We are born here. And we're like pigeons in a pigeon pen, coop, whatever you want to call it. We're the little people. You understand? If you don't stand up for your kids, who the hell is going to stand up for them? What resources is out there for them? There's no more youth clubs. They're all gone. You get me? So the child has got nothing to do. They're bored. They're bored. So this is what happens. Yeah, because it all stems from you can't discipline your child because they don't know the difference between discipline and abuse. You understand? There's a difference. And mainly black kids, let me tell you something, they're hard of hearing. They don't hear. I ain't got nothing wrong, you know, I don't have no discrepancy between any race, colour, creed, whatever, because my family's made up of pure Caucasian, Asian, and whatever. They just mix up. So I'm not racist, and I don't tolerate racists. But I'm saying, particularly black kids, they need that. They need that firmness. You understand me? Because if they don't, look what's happening today. What's going on? Parents have got no control. Why? Because they can dial 999 or whatever, 911, whatever the fuck the number is. You understand? I've got 8 fucking kids. I've got 8 children. Get that. Yeah? I have 2 boys and 6 girls. And let me tell you something. Yeah? Out of all my kids, yeah, we go through shit. Shit happens. You know what I mean? We do make mistakes. But I'm up there asked 24/7. I'm there for them. I back them. I don't write them for the wrongs that they do. But at the same time, you understand? I make them know, come and tell me the truth. Because if I'm backing you, I need to know the truth. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm going to explain to you you're wrong. And I'm going to explain to you why you shouldn't do certain things that you're doing that's wrong. You understand? That don't mean I condone what you do. You understand? There's ways and means of doing things. Yeah? Things are worse for the boys than more than the girls these days. You understand me? Yeah, you need to stand up for your kids, man. Fuck the work. You get me? You're working to put money in government pocket. You don't know how to, you don't know, listen, hard times. I'm born in hard times. You understand me? Yeah? Make provisions. As long as you have flour, sugar, you know what I mean? The basics in your yard. You can make something out of nothing. You know? It's not all about, you know, we're all trying to live this false life. When you're dead, can you bring it with you? Can you? Nah. So listen up, because and listen up wisely, because you know what? If you all leave your children to the wayside, what was the point in giving birth to them? What was what were they? Just trophies? It's like having an ornament for a while and it broke and you threw it in a bin. But even that you would fix. You buy super glue and fix it. So why can't we fix our kids? Why? Because y'all can't be bothered. Just like the government just don't care. Can't be bothered. Come on now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough already. It's enough. And I'm here today giving this advice. Well, just saying it like how it is. Because as I said from the beginning, I'm real in it. I don't hide nothing from nobody. This is just me. You understand? And I have to speak up because I'm going through it myself. You understand? Yeah? But I feel like I'm the only one that's fighting for my children. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very interested in my children, in their education. So I'm going to be up your ass. When they're at school, do you know how these teachers are speaking to your kids? No, because you're not there. I wish I was a fly on the wall. Yeah? I grew my kids up in a way where, you see, if I don't talk to you a certain way, I don't expect no other adult to speak to you them ways there. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't befriend children. There's a line to be drawn. We are adults. They are children. Yeah? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? One scenario, I had my son go to, he was at school. And one teacher thought that he could just, you know, talk to him like he's a brethren. My son instantly turned around and said, me and you's not friends. Me and you are not friends. So then he tried to challenge him and want to fight him. Like, you know, come on. So you instigated something there. So when my son do something wrong now, what's going to happen? I'm being a young black youth too. Yeah? What's going to happen? What? Because you're an adult and you're a teacher, they're going to believe you when you put in that report. Well, you know what? That report was squashed because you know what? He didn't even put in a report. I put in a report because I acted on it. My son came home, told me exactly what was going on. The school phoned me and told me a different story. And when I spoke to the head and make them know, say, I'm taking this higher, you understand me? Yeah, the head went and done her investigations and found out that the man needed retraining. Yeah? You're professionals. You cannot talk to children or belittle children and talk to them away. Like they're, you know what I mean? What was the point in you doing the job in the first place? Stand up, parents. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. For 6 hours every day, sometimes the children have been tortured. If a certain teacher just don't like your child, they don't like your child. But you didn't send them to school for likes or dislikes. You sent them there for education. And even in fucking education, free or not free, you understand me? These adults, that's why children don't trust adults. They don't trust the police. They don't trust adults. And we're the ones that's supposed to be there for them, guiding them, protecting them. They don't trust us. Why? We lost that trust. Why? Why? Come on, it all makes sense, man. It all makes sense. Stand up, be counted. Do not make the government tell you you can't do. Do for your kids, man. Do for your kids. When you get old, where do you expect to go? In an old people's home. Even when they put them in there, they treat you like shit. Want to beat you up, and then before you know it, you're on the news. And then it becomes repetitive until it's no longer news. Just like all the stabbings and the killings that's going on, it no longer phases anybody. Because it becomes a repetitious thing. We get used to it. Come on, is this how we want to live our lives, people? Is this how we want to live our lives? Is this what we want for our kids? Come on. Don't leave them alone. Keep on supporting your children. No matter how big, how small they are. Doesn't matter about the age. Be there for them. Guide them, protect them. That's why God gave us, He blessed it. You know how much people out there can't have kids? They can't have them. You understand? It's not that they've done anything wrong. And God has blessed us to have children. What? To go by the wayside. To be a waste man. To be, you know what I mean? They grow, they watch, they learn. They're very creative. You understand me? Their minds are much more wider and advanced than ours of today. You understand? So when you have a child and they're growing up and they see mum and dad do certain things, or even mum or just dad or whatever, single parent, whatever, they're watching your footsteps. You understand me? And all the bad that you do, they're doing but worse. As I said, what you put out is what you get back. Okay? I have a big son, big 28-year-old son. I'm not even going to say his name. I'm not about that. I'm private. We don't talk. And I would love to, what I know now, I would love to be able to sit down with that boy and really, you know, let him try and make him understand how things were for me when bringing him up. You understand? What I know now, you understand? Yeah, I don't know if that would change his mindset. You understand? But there's nothing, he's a big man now, nothing I can do about it. You know? But due to experience and life and what I've been through with my children on my own, on my own, I bring them up on my own and I get stupid questions, how do you do it? You know? Morals. Families don't have morals. They have no dignity again. Everything is distributed on Facebook. You know what I mean? How much time they shit a day and this, that and the other and the latest garment and what. It's all a fake thing. Fix up, man. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Focus on your children. Yes, you have to go to work. Make time for your kids. Instead of making time for man, getting bling, going out, partying, whatever. Spend time with your kids. I don't care if I have haters after this. I really don't give a shit, but it's real talk. It's real talk. I'm a mother. You understand me? And I care about not just my kids. I love kids. I love kids. You understand? But at the end of the day, this has to stop. It has to stop. Or else we're just going into one big ruin. Yeah? Things are bad as it is. Don't make things even worse. The children that are coming today, they're going to suffer big time unless the parents stand up for their children. And especially those that have a disability, because they're sucking everything from funding to everything. Especially them, because they ain't got nobody. They ain't got the comprehension, or they haven't got the ability to do what per se normal can do. You understand? Don't hold them back. They have a future too. You understand? All the problematic kids. If there's a problem, fix it. A problem can be fixed. Not sitting there stressing, oh, he's gone to jail. Oh, he stabbed someone. Oh, well, you're just as bad as your kid. Where was you when they needed you? When they were crying out for help before they did what they did. You understand? If it means that use your initiative. Use your initiative. If it means us as parents come together and say, right, you know what? Let's do a charity thing. So that we can have a youth club teaching the kids certain things and able to move on in life to better themselves. You understand now? I don't see nobody doing that. You understand? And me, I can't just do it on my own. So this is why I'm online today. Well, I'm not live. I'm doing a video. I did say I was going to do live, but I'm doing a video instead because, you know what? I've got a grandbaby and she's asleep at the minute. And this is the only way I'm able to do it. And I'm not really feeling going live today. I'm tired of going live. But, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not tired, but, I've got things to do. But I needed to take this time out for y'all. And I'm talking about the UK, England. I don't know what goes on in other countries. I don't know. But, it'd be nice to know. If you like, share, comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your countries too. You understand? There needs to be a gift somewhere. Most countries, they're out there. They use their children in able to bring money in. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. You're the parent. Who had them? They had you or you had them. Come on, wake up, people. Anyway, it's not a matter of like. If you like this video, who gives a shit? I'm saying like, share, comment, click on that notification button so you know when my videos are up and when I'm live. Okay, I did say I was going live today, but no, I had to just do a video. I'm really sort of up in my head. I'm going through stuff with my kids. You know what I mean? Making sure their needs are met and talking to nonsensical people. I did do a video on this prior to this. But you know what? It affects everybody. Everybody. Financially, mentally, physically, in every which way possible. It does affect us. And if we don't stand up now, then what's the point? Stop having kids then. You know? So... people, as I said, like, share, comment down below. If you live in a different country, it'd be nice to know what's going on in your country. You don't have to write me a Bible, you know what I mean? But it'd be nice to know. We must can come together. It doesn't matter what colour, creed, whatever. If we took off this skin, we're all the same underneath. Colour don't mean nothing. That's got nothing to do with it. We're a multicultural world, okay? None of this modern day crap is rubbish. We all need to stand up and be counted now. Every country, like, you know what I mean? Come together. Let's come together. Enough is enough already. Peace, y'all.